Hi Flosstube, it's Heather Miller here, the Mirror Image Stitcher, coming back to you with my second floss tube. Everybody says the first floss tube is the hardest. No way, it's the second one getting back on here. It's very intimidating to be on screen and in front of a camera. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back here, but here I am. In my first floss tube, I had alluded to a picture that I had taken of 12 projects that I wanted to get fully finished by the end of June. And so this video is going to be all about those projects. What did I get finished and what did I not get finished? I would like to just welcome anyone that is watching today, and I appreciate your support. This is a very amateur production and will always stay that way. But I do want to thank you for watching. I do have some notes here that I'm going to referring to as I go along, just to help me remember all the information. So let's get started. My first project was called Maple Syrup Pincushion. I do not know when it was started. It was started sometime after 2020. And I fully finished it on May 9th, 24. It is on 28 count mushroom Lagana, an old piece I had from like 20 plus years ago, and some silk ribbon from the thread gatherer. So this is the project right here. And I put it just in this little tart pan that you can buy. And that ribbon is from the thread gatherer. I learned about the thread gatherer from Kelly at Black Thread Studios, and yeah, she's got some really nice things on her site. A lot of hand dyed things. Now, what I used to make this circle was through my sewing. I'm a quilter as well, and I used a clover yo-yo maker. And this is the extra large size is what I used. Now that pattern was from an old magazine, my favorite old magazine, For the Love of Cross Stitch, the November 1996 issue. And I'll put the name of the designer here because I don't know how to pronounce this. And I no longer actually have it. I think I gave it away after I had done that pattern. I gave it to a craft garage sale thing. All right, so number 2 is this strawberry biscornu. I got some little pins there. This is the front of it. And that is the back of it. Please excuse my fingernails. I'm a registered nurse. I have my hands in water and washing all the time. They're never gonna look good. So this was a free pattern by Doreen Jones. I started it August 1st, 2021. It was kind of a stitch along with Kim and Sarah of Stitch and Stuff. And yeah, everybody else long since. I finally got it finished. It is, it's a 28 count Alma cloth by hand dyed by Rolanda, and she is a fabric dyer in Canada, in Ontario. I think the main thing was I do a lot of stitching in hand, but I was really struggling, just sort of struggling with it. And so I put it in a hoop, and that improved my progress on this quite a bit. I will put the name of the video tutorial that I watched. It was how to put together a biscornu. There are lots of videos out there, but I will put down here the name of the channel of the video that I watched to do this, and it was a recommendation by Kim, and it did go very well. I don't know if I said I finished that on May 12th, 2024. Okay, the next one is called Patriotic Christmas, and it was also from the magazine For the Love of Cross Stitch, September 2002. I started it May 29th in 23, and I finished it on November 1st, 23, and then I fully finished it in May 20th of 2024. And this is what it looks like. I just used some fabric that I had, just made it like a little tiny quilt. The fabric is a 30 count Bolin linen by the Primitive Hair. And I use some DMC, some Cosmo floss. I'm gonna insert a picture of where I have it in my house on display with my little patriotic stuff. And this is the magazine I got it from. This is I won't show the pattern, but this is what it looked like in the magazine. It was originally done on perforated paper, I believe, and could have been used like a Christmas card. I am going to give this magazine away. So if you want to use the word patriotic in your comment, then I will do a random draw for this. Please make sure that you don't use any words like giveaway, draw, freebie, anything like that, because that brings scammers to the channel. And I know everybody says to be over 18. I don't know, an international age is 25. I don't know, but I don't want any kids giving me their address for me to be able to send this to you. So that's my premise. If you would like this, put your name in, I'll do a random draw. Okay, so that was number 3 out of 12. The next one is called Winter Arches. This is the original pattern. There are, of course, one for every season. It's by Bent Creek. And I started this September 18th of 22. I finished it December 23 of 23. And I fully finished it May 21st of 24. And this is the finish. I did put it on this paddle. It had some scratches on it, so I got a little bit of a deal from Walmart. The colors were a combination of just whatever I had that was closest. And actually the arch, I had some random Gentle Arts thread, and I got through 3 of them and then I ran out. But I was able to blend DMC 838 and 3857, and it came out very close to the original hand-dyed mystery floss that I had. So I'm very happy with that. It's on 32 count Murano. And yeah, it's got Mrs. Seda Silks, DMC, Cosmo, Gast. And it's also like magnetized here so that I can do the other ones and change it out. And I will insert a picture of where I have this hanging in my home. This pattern has already been promised to a friend, and so I will be passing that on to her. Okay. The next one that I was able to get finished, number 5, is called Tomato Basket. It is by Rebecca Noland of Lucy Beam. It was in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine 2022. And do I have that here? Yes. Yes, right here. Okay. So this is the original pattern. I started August 16th, 22, finished August 23rd, 22, and I finished it someday in May after the 21st. I don't remember. I forgot to write down what name. Also, I have no linen notes on this. I'm assuming, I think it's a 32 count. And so this is my fully finish. It is stuffed with sawdust. My husband has access to sawdust, and so I finished it. This is a bit of like, what do you call it? Like jute or kind of roping, some beads from my stash. This fluff is just a little bit of yarn from the dollar store. And I just had this, I think I got that at a garage sale or something like that. And that's my fully finish. I would say this would be my favorite finish because I sew it up on the end, and even if it's not perfect, this hides a multitude of sins, and you can, then it turns out quite nicely there. All right. Okay, the next project, number 6, is something that I did 20 plus years ago. I actually have no idea when I completed it, but it has been sitting for well over 25 years. When I came back to cross stitch in 2020, I want to say I think I had 4 projects that were just sitting done, and I have done nothing with them. So this is one that I got done. So it's, I believe, actually, I can't even say, I don't know where the pattern came from. I'm pretty sure that I picked like the words from one pattern, and the little motif that I picked was from another pattern. But I have put it together, and I made it into a table runner. This block is a pine block. It's by Jessica Dayan. On Instagram, she's at Jessica Dayan, and also on YouTube, she does YouTube videos, and that's where I got the block. I bought the block from her. And then this is what it looks like on the back. And funny enough, it really did match quite nicely. And I actually have no idea how this fabric ended up in my stash. I am not a Christmas fabric person. I find Christmas fabric quite tacky for the most part, which is funny because my mom loves Christmas fabric. There isn't a fabric of Christmas that she has seen that she didn't like. And so it's quite funny. I have no idea where I got it, but I thought it went very nicely in this. Very simply quilted. The other thing is I have one more of these. It was also there. This is done on some type of linen. I don't know what. I'm thinking it, just from the look of it, it's a 28 count, but could be wrong, but this is on Ada. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one. I have no idea. It might just stay that way forever. All right. Okay, number 7. Now, why I picked this one, I don't really know. I thought, oh, here's a small in a magazine, and I'm just gonna whip this thing up, and it'll be fantastic, and it'll be great. I had got a little remnant package from Traditional Stitches in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And they had a remnant package you could buy of legacy linen. And that's what it's stitched on. So this is it. It is called Timeworn Willow. It's from that old magazine, For the Love of Cross Stitch, November 1995, by Candace Thomas. I started it October 29, 2021. I finished it April 13, 22, and I fully finished it June 24th, 24. And I really found it hard to work on. It's almost like it's a 36 count, but with the dark fabric, I really struggle, even when I put it in a hoop. And so I just used this, and then I got rid of it. I tried to do another little pumpkin thing on it, couldn't do it, and that's enough of that. I just had some ribbon from Walmart, and I just did some ruching with it. And then I just had a little bit of this fabric for the back. So it's just something to sit in a little bowl. All right. Now, out of the 12, this is my last finish. It's called A Very Merry Christmas. And it's by JBW Designs. I made it into a little pillow. It's stuffed with sawdust. This is just some yarn that I had got at Michael's. And then I had a little piece of this to put on the back of it. I had made some placemats, Christmas placemats out of this at one time that I have, and so that's what I did with it. This was started July 8th, 21, finished August 26th, 21. It's a mystery 30 count linen. I used Cosmo Seasons floss, which is a variegated floss. 80/24, and then I have for the Christmas tree, and then these ones and the run around the edge were 3 different DMC flosses. I buy my Cosmo floss from Out of Hand Quilting in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's where I get it from. And I'll put that across here. And they're very good about, if you email them all list of the stuff, they will call you, you know, you can pay for it by credit card over the phone, and then they send it to you, and they're really great. All right, so that is 8 out of the 12 that I got done. So, what did I not get done? All right. What did I not get done? All right. So the first one that I did not get done is called Mr. Snowman. It is by Rebecca Nolan of Lucy Beam. This is what it looks like. It's in the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine of Christmas Winter 2020. And I started it January 17th, 23, finished February something 23. This is what it looks like. This is what I got it. This has been sitting for a bit, so it's a bit wrinkled. I apologize. It's done on 32 count blue whisper linen and my own conversion of hand-dyed flosses that I had in my stash from years ago. I just used what I had in the comparable colors. This was super cute. I just didn't get to it. What I would like to do is I'm going to put it on just one of these little canvases. I have leftover batting for my quilting, and I will attach a bit of batting here just to make it a bit poofy. And then all I'm going to do is just stretch this nicely over top of it. And then just hang it just like that. This will be the second snowman that I've had done of this, that will have done like this. And someday I'll show you the other one. But I hope to have like a whole little wall or like a little collage of those someday. Okay. The second one that I had really hoped to get done, but did not, was one of my old patterns that I had stitched that I never did anything with it. It comes from this magazine, for the Love of Cross Stitch magazine. It is March of 2000, and I have no idea when I did it. Let me see if I can find the picture. This is the picture of it in the magazine. And I have gone over this a number of times, and okay, all right, designed by Kathy Elrod is the name of it, or the designer. And this is my finish. I would like to do kind of like a little wall hanging, like a quilted wall hanging. I probably am going to use this grunge fabric for the binding, and if I have enough to do the backing, the other fabric that I pulled that I thought would look nice is this fabric that I had. One in a little fat quarter bundle. So I'm not sure. I have those two pulled, whether I have enough to do it all, but I'm going to do this as a little wall hanging. Or it could even be like a table runner or just like a dress or scarf or something like that. And I'm going to be gifting that. I have a friend in mind, I'm going to be gifting that. The third one that I did not get done, which I sort of knew that I didn't want to get it done, actually. It is a little tiny motif by Melissa of Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting blogspot.com. Anyone who's been doing any kind of mount would know all of her wonderful little free patterns. It's a free pattern off of her blog. And this is what it is. It's just called Winter. And I have this piece of Aida cloth. It is a weirdly shaped piece. I'm gonna say it's, what is it? Because this little package, no, it doesn't say. This is what was with it. And it's a very old piece of fabric. It's actually from my grandmother. And she passed away in like 2000. So it's an old piece of fabric. But I love it. It kind of is like a fiddler's cloth. Like it's kind of got little specks in it and whatnot. But I thought I might just take this fabric and just maybe do like a long and just do a bunch of her little motifs in it. And then just do up the edges and do something like that. So this is kind of like an ongoing. I decided, no, I want to do something where I just keep it all on one cloth. So that is what that one's going to be. I think I'll just add from time to time something else I would like to do. And okay, the last one is a series of animals that you can stitch and you can turn them into, you can do whatever you want with them. But one of the things you could do, which intrigued me, was turn them into little toys or like a little stuff thing. I cannot pronounce the name of the lady, so I will put it down here. I had years ago, and like from 2020, 21, somewhere in there, she had an Etsy store. Because she is from Russia, I will put the name of the province. I believe it's province that she's from. And I bought from her back at that time, it was a little package of animals, whale, cat, bunny, frog, and mouse that I'd actually have never stitched. I'll try to put pictures up here of them. And they were so cute. And then I had done a series of birds last year. She did a bird a month, which I really want to start. I wanted to start this year and I never did. So I do need to start that in January. But it was like a bird of the month and they're so cute. And then this year she came out with these animals. And so I did stitch the first one. It's a polar bear. And I've got a bit of wool on the back. But I just didn't like how it came out. I didn't like my edging. I'm unhappy with the legs. I really struggled with it. I had put some whisper threads in there. I followed some of her colors, but I tried to kind of just do a few different things. So I've actually stitched it again. So the little part of the hump comes from finishing it. I've got a piece of interfacing on the back. This fabric was from a fabric of the month by Kaylee Tent Stitch, and it's called Manuscript, and it's very nice fabric. It's a 32 count, hand dyed. And I just don't know how I'm gonna finish it. If anybody knows of any tips on how to finish this, or videos that I could watch on how to finish them, I would greatly appreciate that. She has done, January was the polar bear, February was the lynx, March was the swan, April was a hare, May was a dove, and June lizard, and July is a dolphin. Now, I had started collecting, because she can't be on Etsy anymore, I had actually gone to another site, which is a similar site. I'm not going to say the name of it because it crashed a lot, it kicked me out, whatever. So actually she's on Patreon. So I have gone to her Patreon site, and that's where I buy her patterns, the monthly pattern. So I'm in like a thing for the year, and that's where I get her little patterns from. So she is a very, she has a lot of nature. She does some nice, really, really nice ones. She just put out a really nice one about like a summer, like a pond, kind of like what you would see in the heat of summer. It's just beautiful. But you can't stitch everything, right? So I'm expecting my first grandbaby actually anytime here in the next few weeks. I'm so excited. And so this was what I had planned to stitch. So I just got stuck on stitching anymore because I just really would like to know how to finish them before I kind of keep going. That might help inspire me to get going on that stitching. So I had done one in January, I restitched it in March, and that's where I'm at. Okay, so those are the 12 projects that I really hope to get done. I feel very successful that I got 8 of them done. It was challenging because I had set it out there for all the world to know, whoever, that bit. So it was motivating, and it was a good kind of stress to be able to do that and get that done. And so I hope to get maybe do another little batch like that and really get some more finished, because it was motivating in a stressful, but in a good way. So I would like to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for stopping by. And I hope this has inspired you to look at any of your stuff and decide if you want to fully finish it, cut it out of its fabric, put it in a scrapbook, put it out there, put it somewhere where you can just look at it. I have a design wall downstairs, and I have a couple of pieces down there, and I've just literally put a pin on top of it, and it's just hanging there so that I can look at it and enjoy it till I can get it done to its final sort of state. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and you have a great time with your stitching, and see you, love you, bye.